Hey Cub Scouts, how are you guys doing? I'm Sergeant Thomas Olson with the Town of Mount Pleasant Police Department here in Valhalla, New York. I'm a patrol supervisor, so I supervise the police officers you see out driving around in town on the road, the police officers you most commonly would see. I supervise them during our 8-hour tour of duty. Sometimes I'm out on the road with them, or sometimes I'm inside in the dispatch on the call taking end of things. Right now it's a little bit after 7:30 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. It just finished snowing, which is crazy here on May 9th, but that's what we're dealing with these days. So we just, there's two sergeants working, so we just switched. So I'm actually going out on the road now. So I just got my car all set up, and I figured it's a good time to take this video and show you guys what my office looks like for the next 4 hours where I'll be on the road with my patrol officers. It's a little bit cold out, a little bit windy, so hopefully you can hear me. We'll take a little tour around the car. I'll show you a couple of the tools and equipment we have in a basic police officer patrol vehicle. The one thing you'll notice during the tour that my car is missing is there's no cage or any area in the back seat for the bad guys. They would, if we do have to arrest somebody, they would get transported in a regular patrol officer's car, not in the supervisor's car. All right, so we'll get started. I'm just going to step out of the car. I'll show you some of the equipment that I'm wearing on my belt, and I'll show you what we got going on in this car. Hopefully you enjoy. Hope you guys all stick up with Cub Scouts. It's really important. I hope you move up to Boy Scouts. I myself am an Eagle Scout. I was in Troop 1 Hawthorne, and I got my Eagle Scout way back in 2004. So definitely a lot of fun, definitely one of the highlights of my childhood, and I hope you guys stay with it, and I hope you're enjoying it. All right, let's get started. And I'll flip the camera around here. Mount Pleasant Police Department. All right, this is my car for the evening tour. Again, it's a supervisor's car, so it has the 5-0 designation. And again, it's Mount Pleasant Police. Anybody that's into cars, it is a Ford Explorer. All right, so obviously we ride by ourselves in the car, so this is my seat, and then all my my personal equipment and so on is in the passenger seat. So the rest of the, works like a normal car. It just has some special equipment in it. Most notably, you'll see the computer here, which allows me to see where all the other officers on the road are, as well as any calls. Right now, there's no calls going on, so there's the screen, all the lines here are blank. If there was an open call, it would show up in here with the location, things like that. Behind the computer is just a regular radio, like any other car. You see my mask here. We have to protect ourselves these days, so each of us, we have our own special medical masks just to stay safe, just like everybody else is doing. Here you'll see the police radio right here. That's for us to talk to our dispatchers, for them to dispatch us on calls, and that's this one here. These are the lights and sirens, so if I flick this switch over 2 and I step out of the car, you guys will see that the lights are on. All right. We'll move that back. This is very important. I'm a tea drinker, so this is my tea, but a lot of cops do drink coffee, so this keeps it warm for me. So again, back to our computer. Regular keyboard, just like your computer at home, and the computer pretty much works the same way. But we do have a printer on board, which is this thing right here. Looks like an armrest, but it's actually a printer in there. And that's for printing out accident reports, or you see sometimes people, when they're driving, they might get a traffic ticket. That would print out of that printer there. All right, and then back here is a cell phone, and that's just a department issued cell phone, so we don't have to use our personal phone when we're working on police business. And then you guys might notice here is just what we call a long gun for different applications, and then some cleaning wipes here. Again, trying to keep everything clean these days. All right. In the back seat, back seat's just empty like a regular car. We don't keep anything back here. In a regular patrol car, this would have a special cage in it. But for us, we just keep it empty. All right. In our trunk, we have our EMS bag for first aid. You guys might have maybe learned some first aid things. We have that in here. Band-aids, bandages, things like that. See that in there, some extra masks. And again, some bandages, basically just big band-aids and things like that. Extra gloves to keep our hands clean. Pull that out of the way. This is what we have. There's another for helping people. It's called AED. You might see them in your school buildings, by the nurse's office, any public buildings. And all our officers have special training in using this. In case somebody's heart stops, we're able to hopefully restart it with this piece of equipment here. There's a little slide-out drawer here. Fire extinguisher, just like one you might have at home. And that's, again, in case we come across any small fires, you know, the fire department will respond, but sometimes we get there before the fire department. If it's small enough, we might be able to contain it until they get there. Back here we have road flares. These are the flares you'll see if you ever see a car break down on the highway or a bad car accident. You might see the flares out at night, just to warn other drivers so they stay clear. All right, that's it for the trunk. In this black case here is another piece of equipment. It's like a riot control. Basically like what you guys might know as a paintball gun. It's a similar type gun to that. Again, it's the same side of the car, on the other side of the car, and we keep the back open like I was saying. Right, now on this side is just going to be mostly my personal equipment, so it'll be my jacket. This is my personal, what we call a patrol bag. And in here I'll have things like, just you have a backup riot. This stick is for riot control if there's large crowds that aren't listening. Extra pair of gloves, some clipboards with different paperwork and things like that. All right. In here I got just a banana, a couple snacks for me to get me through the tour. And my hat, because again it's May 9th and it's 35 degrees out, so I have my winter jacket and my winter hat. All right, and this is the other side of the car that we just went over, and that's pretty much it from the supervisor's side of the thing for the car, as far as equipment that we carry. All right, let's start another video here. I'll show you guys what's on my belt. All right, guys, Sergeant Olson again here still. All right, so just real quick, I'm going to show you and try to step out of the wind here. What I'm carrying on me as far as equipment myself. All right, so it's hard to tell because it's kind of disguised as part of like my uniform shirt, but this part right here is actually my bulletproof vest, and you can see it's a little bit offset off the my regular uniform shirt, which is underneath. All right, this is a shield, my police shield. It's embroidered. It's probably in reverse for you guys, but it's 236. My name and then the MP PD, all embroidered. Pen, and that's it. My role as a supervisor is denoted by the stripes on my sleeve, which means I'm a sergeant. All right, I'm just gonna hold the phone as best I can. All right, so what equipment do I have on my belt? It's just a key holder. This is what we call a taser or a stun gun. You guys might have seen, you know, for controlling basically bad guys that aren't listening to us. We can use this to stun them into listening without hurting us or hurting them. Over here, pair of handcuffs. Just exactly what you think of when you think of the police. All right. This is what's called a tourniquet, a medical device. If somebody's bleeding out badly, either one of ourselves, one of our other officers, myself, or a civilian, we're able to stop any uncontrolled bleeding from their arms or their legs with this tourniquet. Okay, right. Come along this side. This is obviously my handgun, issued by the department. All right. And then you can't see around. Back here is going to be my radio. All right, this is my radio, portable radio, same as one of the police cars, just carry it on me so when I'm out of the car I can still communicate. And then right behind it, just a flashlight. All right. I do have 2 cargo pockets on my pants. Let's see how to do this. Just regular pants pockets, and nothing really special in there. Just in the one side, extra pair of medical gloves and a little notepad for taking notes on, and an extra tourniquet in my other pocket. And that's pretty much all I carry as a supervisor. So you guys enjoyed this quick little tour. I hope you guys are, everybody's happy and healthy. And like I said, Cub Scouts is important. I hope you guys stick with it. Hope you move up to Boy Scouts, and hopefully someday you will obtain the rank of Eagle Scout. It's really a great honor. All right. Any questions? Your leader can reach out to me. I'll be happy to email back or whatever's the best way to answer any questions you guys might have.
Hi everyone, I'm Bethany and this is Abby.
Hello.
We just wanted to say thank you to Sergeant Olson from the Mount Pleasant Police Department. He did a great job giving us a tour of his car and what he does on a day-to-day basis, and just want to say thank you and congratulations on your Eagle as well. Usually when Cub Scouts go see it, at the end, at the police station, you get to do fingerprinting. So Abby and I are going to show you a way to do fingerprinting at home. Attached to this video on the website, there's going to be some fingerprinting pattern paperwork so that once you do your fingerprints, you can figure out what kind of patterns that you have. Everybody's fingerprint is unique.
Even identical twins.
Even identical twins have different fingerprints. So it's a way for identification, and this is what we're going to do. Most people don't have ink pads at home anymore. If you do, use that. If not, we're going to show you how to make your own ink pad with
Pencils.
a pencil and a piece of paper. So just go back and forth, back and forth.
Make sure you can get your whole finger on.
Make sure it's big enough to get your finger on, and make it really dark.
Like that?
And yep, oh yeah, you got a lot on. Okay, then once you have that, you want to roll your index finger. That's the one you want to do first. And you can see you get some ink on it. And on a white piece of paper, you can roll it.
You can't really see it on there.
Abby did a really good job. Another way to do it is to roll it and use tape. Put it on. Take the tape off. Put the tape on the piece of paper. And then you can see the fingerprint. And what you can do is you can look at it and look for patterns. There's arches, there's loops. You can use a magnifying glass. And you could do all your fingers if you'd like and have them on each. So that's a quick little activity to do that you would have normally done if you went to the police station. But thanks again to Sergeant Olson, and stay safe. Anything else?
I don't think so.
No? All right, we'll see you on the next Go See It. Have a great night.